To the very sad news coming out of Hollywood over the weekend, the death, of course, of comedic legend and Friends star Matthew Perry. The 54-year-old was found at his home in LA, unresponsive in his hot tub. It's believed that he drowned. Now, the actor has long been open and honest about his battles with addiction. There's naturally been a huge outpouring of tributes from Friends, co-stars and fans. Let's have a look at some of his classic scenes from Friends.
You broke a little girl's leg?
No, I feel horrible, okay?
It says here that a Muppet got whacked on Sesame Street last night. Where exactly were you around 10-ish?
I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? Some cheese.
Chandler, if it really hurts that bad, you should just tell him.
Look, for the first time in my life, I'm in a real relationship, okay? I'm not gonna screw that up by, telling the truth.
Two of my favourite moments there.
Brilliant.
Absolutely incredible.
Timing.
Well, to reflect on the life and career of Matthew Perry, we're joined by our stateside showbiz reporter, Kinsey Schofield. Thanks for joining us, Kinsey. Can you tell us what the reaction has been to the news over there in Hollywood?
Absolutely. I mean, I think Hollywood is shocked and completely devastated, but Page Six is reporting within the last few hours that that core cast of Friends is absolutely reeling. And at this moment in time, collectively, they're preparing to put together a joint statement to release. You can tell by watching the program that these are people that sincerely love each other and they experience the highest highs and lowest lows together. Courtney Cox, her daughter is Jennifer Aniston is her godmother. So these are people that really do love each other. And I imagine that they've spent several nights now in tears trying to digest this devastating information. But the Hollywood in general, this is a man that was sincerely loved and people understood and respected his struggle and his honesty. And he's going to be greatly missed. Variety had that beautiful quote yesterday where they said, we felt like he had a second act. We were waiting for what was next because he was so talented. He was so sincerely good. And, Lisa Kudrow, a friend of hers, talking to the Daily Mail, saying he was in a really good place.
It's so devastating. And Kinsey, as you said there, none of the five other co-stars, the main actors of the show, are yet to release a statement. I think some people saying, well, where are they? Why haven't they spoken out yet? But there's often this scramble, isn't there, when somebody passes away, for people to offer messages of condolence, to tweet about it, put something on social media. But actually, for those people who are so close to that individual and are dealing with a period of grief, it's not even been 48 hours yet. It's totally understandable that they would want to take time to decide what they want to say and how and when they want to say it.
I agree with you. Let's allow them to mourn. But we are hearing from some individuals that were, at a distance to him or dated him in the past. Robin Lively, who is Blake Lively's sister, had worked with him. And both she and Alyssa Milano, who worked with him on Who's the Boss, they posted about him loving to go to these bingo games at old churches surrounded by elderly women when he was younger, and how he would take them on dates there, in the 80s. So you're seeing little sweet messages like that. Justin Trudeau, who it never even occurred to me that these two went to school together, using his official account as Prime Minister to talk about how much he's going to miss Matthew Perry and how funny he was. Morgan Fairchild, you are seeing a lot of people reacting and responding to this, and they're heartbroken.
Kinsey, it's interesting, the co-creators of Friends, Marta Kaufman and David Crane and Kevin Bright, said in a joint statement, "We will always cherish the joy, the light, the blinding intelligence that Matt Perry brought to every moment, not just to his work, but in life as well. He was always the funniest person in the room. More than that, he was the sweetest, with a giving and selfless heart." Different angle from me, I guess, simply because I want your opinion stateside. He gave so much back. He gave so much of himself, I think, to so many. We've talked about the work he did with his addictions, very open and honest, and I know what you said about Lisa Kudrow, but whenever I saw him, I always felt that he was alone. I always felt the pictures that I saw. When I saw that, I don't know, I could be wrong. When I saw the Friends reunion, he was the one that looked... I don't know, were people there for him, in your experience, enough?
Well, he does speak in 2022 about how Jennifer Aniston was one of the people in his life that reached out repeatedly to him to make sure he was okay. So I don't want to, but I think one of the things that upset me the most about this was that he died alone.
Yeah.
And today, the Daily Mail running a story saying that he was a lonely individual and desperately wanted to get married and have children. I mean, I was right there with Nicola in line to marry Chander Bing. And Robin Lively said Matthew Perry was Chander Bing, Chander Bing was Matthew Perry. They were the same person. So to me, it was like devastating that he died alone. But, you know, he said in his book, I am me, and that should be enough. It always has been enough. I was the one who didn't get that, and now I do. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a person, and I'm a good one at that. And I think that is probably, truer words have probably never been spoken about him. I believe he was a really wonderful human being, and I am so sad that he died lonely.
I absolutely agree with you, and he gave so much. That's what I meant. He gave so much of himself. I read that when he saw the script for Chander Bing, he said, I didn't have to act. That was me, and that's why it worked so well, right? I hope he was all right, though, to be fair, because he always seemed to be alone, but hopefully people reached out to him. Kins, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us, Kinsey Schofield from LA.